Alright guys, I've got to talk to you about something. Hopefully the audio is okay out here filming on my little deck, but I've got to talk to you about the new Lured by the Bead Ensnared soft beads. So you guys, if you've watched my videos, you know I've used a lot of the Lured bead products. Randy Bale's a great guy, great person, came up with a lot of bead designs, and these new ones he just came out with are called the Ensnared soft bead. He took a normal soft bead and put this mesh, you guys probably can't see it on this color, maybe a little bit, kind of hair looking stuff right there. He put this mesh throughout the middle of this bead. So I'm not sure exactly how he did it. So it's much more durable than just a regular soft bead. A lot of times what happens with a regular soft plastic bead is you hook a fish or two and it ends up ripping off, and we don't like that, right? We don't like to litter the river. We don't want to lose this product. They're not super expensive, but I mean, if you go through a lot of them, they do cost money. And so that durability factor is what Randy's looked for, and he made the incognito bead, which I've talked about a lot on this channel, but this is the ensnared bead. So it's got that mesh in there to really support this bead, really add a lot of durability. The way he's been fishing a lot is just hooking them right on your hook like a spawn sack. Now these ones, you may be able to see the mesh. If you see in there's like a mesh in there. That color is easier to see, but he makes them in the clustered and just a regular round bead. So because these are a much more durable bead with that mesh, what I've seen him do a lot is just take your bead leader here, simple hook, that's like a size 2 hook, and I've seen him just hook it right through the mesh, through that bead, slide it on up, just like that. So almost like you would hook a spawn sack. If you're fishing a spawn sack or a little beta eggs or something, if you just hooked right up on your hook. So that bead is just fishing right up on your hook, just like that. Now, I haven't personally fished these too much yet, so I'm gonna experiment with them. But the problem I see with that is hookup ratio, right? We all know that no matter what, the way you fish a bead, your hookup to land ratio sucks. It just is. You're not gonna land all the fish you hook with a bead. But he's been testing this out a lot, and with that new technology he used in there, it really holds that bead on there and it's durable, and he seems to have a really good hookup ratio just hooking it on just like that. Now I'm going to show you what's going to be fishing it pegged like you would any other soft bead, except for with his technology in here, his design, it's going to be much more durable to hold on a bead peg. So what I'm going to do is, these don't have a pre-hold in them, at least I haven't seen them. So what I'm going to do is just find the middle of this bead, and I'm going to take my hook here and just try to center this and go right in the center of that bead. Try to keep that hook as centered as possible so we have a really good action out of this bead if you keep that nice and centered. And I just get it up on the hook just like that, right in the middle of that bead, you can see. Then I'm going to take this other end of my leader here. I've got a leader, this is like 12 or 15 pound fluorocarbon. Got a little bead stop in as my peg. You can use any kind of peg you want. You could use a rubber peg, a bobber stop. That's a tied one right there. I tied it in. So I take my other end of my leader here and I just hook it around my hook, and I use the barb of my hook to catch that line. So I loop that line around there and catch it on that barb, and you just take this bead and just slide it off your hook, and it threads it right onto your line. And then I can slide this bead down to my stop, so that way I'm not actually pulling my bead over the stop, just like that, so I didn't do too much damage to my bead itself. So that is just a very simple way to thread any kind of soft bead, really, that doesn't have the pre-drilled hole on there without tearing it up too much. And then you've got your stopper. Again, you can use a rubber bobber stop, you could use like a T-stop style. You could use like this little tiny glass bead I tied in. That's my favorite way because that will never slide down. Your stop will never move, it's tied in. But what this does is, with that material he has in there, it makes it much more durable. So a normal soft bead, fish grabs it, set the hook, and a lot of times it's going to slide down over that stop and just down onto the hook, and you miss a lot of fish. So it's going to be much harder to actually rip that bead over that stop because of that material on the inside of it. So there it is right there. Lured, new ensnared soft beads. Give them a try. Go to his website, check them out. Really cool design.